Again. I'm out running. It's like 1 o'clock or something like that. A little late because I've been processing applications to the grant program we have. We're giving away 10 $1,000 grants to people, and all you have to do is fill out tell me in 300 words or less what you'll do with the money, or leave a video, and it's just very interesting. But more importantly, everybody who applies I'm putting together a report. There's 6 reports in this report I'm giving you, and there's over 1,000 applications in these reports to apply to other government programs. Now, to apply to ours, you got to join Let's Go Help, and that's $20. So, and boy, it looks like I'm going to do this again. I mean, I do the feedback that people give me. Oh, you hear people? This is the museum of American Indian, or no, Native Americans, I'm sorry. Native American, and it's not really old, maybe 20 years, if that. And it's a cool thing inside. And I think they changed it. At first it wasn't too cool inside, and now it's cool looking inside, but the exhibits weren't that interesting. But it's a great building, look at this, right? So when you come to town, this is on the mall. Yeah, that's where all the neat museums are. And there's a lot of water over here. I don't know if you see the water, and flowing water. Can you see that? Kids running around. Hey. So it's really nice, and inside is really nice. I went to a party here. Like, somebody rented it out for a party at a convention that was in town, and that was neat to go to and get drunk in a museum. Yeah, but it's nice what they did here. And I think we have the African Museum, or American. There's more of this. So this is Native American. And then we have the African, and now they're talking about a Latino or Latinx or whatever that is. It's hard to straighten out all the jargon when you're an old guy like me. This is called the National Native American Museum. And there's a special thing over here. You see that circle? There's a circle behind me, my shoulder, right over here. That's a memorial to the veterans. Native American Veterans Memorial. See, I mean, everybody comes here, fights for the country, so why shouldn't they have a memorial? Except us old white guys, huh? Everybody pulling together. And that's what's neat about the country. I mean, I don't think I could do what I do anywhere else. Act like a crazy fool and make a living doing it. Well, I'm sure there's other ways you could do it. But again, I put together, because I was so impressed with everybody out there, and there's so many programs. You know, people are applying for $1,000, and I know so many other programs, they could get that now. They don't have to wait, because we're going to choose on July 4th. July 4th, we're going to choose the winners and let everybody know. But right now, there are programs. Somebody needs hearing aids and eyeglasses. Didn't have enough money to pay that. Well, God, I showed them, and that's what I send you a report of 6 separate reports. I don't send you paper. This is just a printout of the file I sent you, of all the programs that are out there to pay for that already. See, that's the problem with these. People don't know, or somebody need to pay to learn how to, a skill for electric cars or something. Man, they're giving lots of money out, to do something like that. So all these programs that are already out there that people are applying and saying they need, I said, well, if you're not a winner here, here's other places that give money out just for this. See, with our grant, you could use for anything. So I give you $1,000. I don't care what you do with it. You don't have to be responsible for it. You can go to Vegas and blow it all, as far as I'm concerned. But from reading the things, I know there's very few people that are in that category of just taking it and spending it on. But, who am I to say? We're all struggling in life, and nobody knows the secret answer. Ooh, this is a nice, I don't know, can you see this statue here? It's maybe a little too bright. You see that? Boy, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? You don't see that on the cover of many men's magazines, do you? Looks like a hefty dude. You could punch my bucket, huh? But that, to me, what's fun about Washington, there's so much stuff here that everybody else pays for, and people live here, take advantage of, you know? and it's cool stuff. But it's the same with government programs that aren't advertised, and you're looking for things, and the government doesn't do a good job of explaining this. And people now on Let's Go Help are helping each other like I never believed would happen. And that's why I'm really, oh man, I got a wonderful letter here too of somebody. You got a minute? Let me read you this. I'm going to do a separate one on this later, but it says, this is a letter to me. And it says, "Good day to you. This is a testimony and a salute to your handwork and commitment. I followed your instructions and called my governor's office for help in getting my back unemployment payments." So many people now have problems getting their back unemployment payment. So she called the government offices. This is what I tell people to do, and I'll show you how to do that. My point of contact was gracious, and I was humble. One day after our initial conversation, one day, you hear that? Someone called me from the unemployment office, okay? See? She called the governor's office. The governor, the office gave her to some nice person. She talked to this nice person. A day later, she gets a call from the unemployment office. After that, 3 more calls followed quickly. So she gets 3 more calls from the unemployment office. Within less than 10 days, I received all 6 back payments. So she was waiting for 6 back payments. I don't know, that's monthly, probably weekly or whatever. So she got 6 months of money that was sitting there she couldn't shake loose. Calls the governor, right? It worked, and thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell more people. You got to call. This is the way you get things done. You don't do email. That's too easy to not take care of. Now I am motivated under your tutoring and guidance to act on some other programs. I posted you asking for the 7 places in my state of Texas for relief, assistance, and support in startup business, continuing education and training. Would appreciate receiving that info as soon as possible. Thanks again. See, that's what it is about. It's about calling, calling, calling. And it's about failing, failing, failing. You're not going to get it by just making 1 phone call and get something. And that's the important thing, that you're going to call, you're going to beat on them, and they're going to say one of 3 things. And don't say you're looking for a grant, or you hear she was looking for her money that they owed her. But if you're looking for assistance, you don't say, I want a grant because I just want to do that. No, I need help. I want to start a business, I want to get a job, I want to get out of debt. That's the kind of help you need. So you're asking them for help. And they're going to tell you one of 3 answers. 1, we have nothing here for that. Okay, if they say you have nothing, then you ask, where else do you think? Because these people you called for a reason that they may have something. So if they don't, they may be in a related business or doing related kind of work, and they will know somebody else in another related business that may help like this. These are your closest source, outside of knowing the exact source that you could get. So they're more important now than anybody else you're going to find on Google or the internet or whatever. So you ask them, where else do you ask? Because somebody else has probably asked them before. And then they call them back. Hey, that source you gave me was good. So they'll give you that source. But may or may not. So if their first answer is no, that's what you have to do. If their first answer is maybe, okay, then you say, would I be eligible? See, you don't just go and find applications and fill them out and willy-nilly and hope to get applied. No, you try to find somebody in that office who knows something about the program, so to see if you're eligible. And they say, and you tell them a little bit about yourself or whatever. It doesn't make sense for me to apply. They'll say yes, no, or maybe again. So if it's yes or maybe, you apply. If it's no, then you say why. Oh, you're too tall. Oh, you have a big nose. You can't get this thing. Whatever it is. So then you ask them for, well, where else maybe, and you move on. And the same thing with even yes. So yes and maybe you want to apply. So if they say, yes, we have the program, and you may be eligible, you just apply. Now, you don't have to hire a grant writer. Do not hire a grant writer. I'll say that 3 times. Do not hire a grant writer. Do not hire a grant writer. You haven't even seen the grant yet, and you're hiring a grant writer. So many people, our members, are doing that. And that's crazy to me. You want to see the application, but before they send it to you, or before they tell you where it is, you ask them, hey, if I have problems filling out this application, is there someone there that can help me? Yes. 9 times out of 10 they will, because that's their job, is to help you fill out the application. So don't spend money on some yahoo who convinces you that they're the magic formula. No, that person handing out the money has more magic than anybody who's going to charge you $1,000 to fill out that application. So that's what you want to do, and that's what life is about. It's all about call, fail, because you're going to fail a lot. I mean, everybody doesn't get it, right? And so but you will never get it if you don't try. So you have to get out there, fail, find out where can I write to you, Mr. Lexico? Well, it's hard for me to answer emails, but my email address is letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, or you can go to letsgohelp.com. That's where to apply, and I answer. If you're a member of Let's Go Help, and that's $20 a month, you could, and if you don't like it, I'll give you all your money back, don't worry. And you apply there, and you start a discussion there. That's a closed Facebook group once you become a member, and I answer every discussion that is started personally. I start it myself. I give you the best answer coming from my 40 years of experience studying this stuff, and I give you the best places to start. So that's the best way to get a hold of me and to tap into my brain how it may be able to help you. I mean, I'm surprised it does, and I'll keep doing it until people tell me I'm an idiot and it doesn't. What you know, Let's Go is shit, doesn't work anymore. Yeah, that will happen someday. That's fine. I'll have to get smart somewhere else. But until then, I just want to spend the rest of my life doing this, because people seem to get, when you get into Let's Go Help on the Facebook group, go over and look at the testimonials. Man, I've never gotten testimonials like that in my life. I've sold millions and millions of books and been on Oprah and all this kind of stuff, New York Times bestseller. Never got the feedback like I am getting for this, which is just because it's personal. And that's why I don't sell millions. We don't have millions of people. No, a few hundred, few thousand is enough. And I feel each one of you, and that is more than any amount of money I could take to the bank, and that's why I enjoy doing this more than ever. I'm not young in life and trying to buy a big house or shit like that. No, I got enough crap. Maybe not enough suits. I'm working on that. But other stuff is certainly, junk is just junk, and you got to take care of it, which is a bigger. So it's a trap. Investments, all that kind of stuff. I invest in me. I'm going to invest in you. This is why I'm giving out $10,000 now to you people. You people are important to me, and if you can't figure out this, I hope my $1,000 grant will give you a little boost and help you keep in there, to keep trying, because that's what it's all about. It's calling, failing, applying. There's no shortcut. Life, we want shortcuts, but bullshit. You just have to stay here till you die. There's no shortcut. Well, I guess you could die early. But that's no fun. You don't see the end of the movie. Stay, see the end of the movie, see what it's like. And keep trying stuff, because that's what makes the next day interesting. You're trying stuff that may or may not work, and most of the time it won't. But if you don't try a whole bunch, nothing will happen. And so keep calling, applying, failing, and that's how you become a success. Nobody tells you that, though. They tell you, here are the 7 things that you definitely must do to be a success in this world. So if you wanted to be a success, follow my steps 1 through 7, and I guarantee you that I will be the richest. I will get. They'll guarantee you they're getting your money. and you don't want that. You want to go out and fail your ass off so you learn yourself. It works different for everybody. You have to find what works for you and how it works for you, and you only do that by failing and getting your ass up and trying again. Yeah. So remember, call, 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 apply, 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 fail, fail, fail. Well, see you in the failure sections. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money, so I know I'm wrong 90% of the time. I've started, my first 3 businesses failed before I got one that got, well, maybe other people are different, but I know nothing happens unless you try. Got a little parade here. You want to see this parade? See, watch the parade go by. I don't know, maybe it's a bus tour that's coming out now. But this is the museum. See, isn't that nice? See? It's really nice. The people are cute too. See? Isn't that nice? Here comes some more. Oh. Okay, guys, I will see you soon. Thank you again for putting up with me, and the kindness of your words are just remarkable to me, so thank you.